Three things never return: time, words, and opportunity. Each wasted moment leaves a mark that never fades, a void that time won't fill. Thoughtless words can't be taken back. Lost opportunities won't come again. Life offers these moments as gifts, and if we neglect one, we may never know what could have been. So choose your words wisely, seize each opportunity, and don't let time slip through your fingers like sand. Today's chance might be the last to realize something you've always wanted. Remember, if others criticize you behind your back, it's because you're ahead. Yet, how many realize we only have one life? Most people live numb, wasting time as if it were infinite, only to wake up too late, with little strength left to change. In truth, we have two lives. The second begins when we realize we have only one. And for many, this awareness comes only after years have passed, when chances and vitality have faded. What do we truly seek? A healthy man desires 1,000 things, but a sick man only one: healing. Why is it we value health only once it's taken from us? Keep your mind clear, for negative thoughts lead to wrong actions, and these waste a life. Remember, both the man who believes he can and the man who believes he cannot are correct. The mind determines the path. The choice is yours, and the consequences inevitable. Great results can come from small actions. Often, we underestimate the power of the simplest gestures. Small actions, when done with purpose and consistency, have a strength that shapes and transforms. True balance and real strength come from making wise choices, avoiding extremes, and following prudence. Wisdom lies in sharing knowledge, not hoarding it. Weigh your decisions carefully, as thoughtless choices can be costly, and each mistake carries a weight not easily lifted. At times, the wisest course is to remain silent. In the face of unnecessary confrontations, silence can be the shield that preserves peace and prevents greater conflicts. Excellence, after all, is not in winning every battle. It's in choosing the battles that truly matter, and when possible, winning them without a fight. Following nature's rhythm teaches us to respect the timing of things. In nature, nothing happens in haste, and nothing is left unfinished. So too, should our actions be. Justice and time share the same purpose, following their own rhythm, sometimes slow, yet always certain and steady. It's easy to gather knowledge, but without practice, it becomes empty, like holding a key that opens no door. Only practice can transform knowledge into something useful, a tool that genuinely serves to build. Often, what we seek so intensely begins to slip away. The relentless push to reach the unreachable can be exactly what pushes it away. Accepting what comes naturally isn't settling, it's recognizing what matters. When we don't value simplicity, we complicate our lives in vain. True strength is found in knowing how to move forward, even if the steps are small. The key is to keep going. On our journey, not everyone around us has good intentions. Be cautious of those who try to lure us with sweet words, empty promises, or flattery hiding self-interest. Not everything sweet is good. Sometimes it comes mixed with poison. Don't be fooled by someone posing as a friend but may, in truth, be more of an enemy. Real power isn't about controlling others. It's about controlling oneself, staying grounded against negative influences. Each choice we make should be like digging a well. There's no point in digging deeply without purpose or going far if the path doesn't lead where we want to be. If the well finds no water, it's just an empty hole. Even losses, if used well, can become gains, like a lesson that strengthens rather than weakens us. A victory over someone else may bring momentary satisfaction, but the victory over oneself brings real courage that doesn't waver in any difficulty. Being content with what we have and who we are might be the greatest lesson of all. True wisdom isn't always wanting more, but in valuing what we already have, recognizing that inner peace and gratitude are riches the outer world can never replace. Not every truth is beautiful, and not all beautiful words reflect the truth. And it affects us, Why do we struggle to accept it, even knowing this? It's simple. In the end, most don't even try. Our anger, our discomfort, stem from the control others have over us because we allow it. Who pushes our buttons actually controls us. But what if we could free ourselves from that grip, accept what we have, and be grateful for who we already are? By realizing nothing is missing, the whole world becomes ours. Life is always moving. Roads were made for the journey, not to keep us stuck in one place. And time, you'll see, passes faster than we think. The never melts away in seconds, and always redefines itself with each thought and action. In our pursuit, we win by losing and lose by winning. And no matter how much we say we're short on time, we need to find a moment to reflect, to learn, because chosen ignorance is like an invisible prison. What is happiness, really? Isn't it being understood, being truly loved? Genuine happiness appears when we love and are loved in return. This is a journey where each step holds immense value. Temperance, for example, is the gateway to virtue, the first step towards something greater, something few dare to pursue. How often do we see everything around us, but miss what's essential? We look at the surface, but forget what truly matters. You don't need to try to be who you already are. White snow doesn't need a wash to be pure. Likewise, authenticity comes from within. The true wise one is aware of how little they know and respects what they are and still have to discover. If faith wavers, know that even existence may start to doubt you. If you could hold on to just 3 things, let them be simplicity, patience, and compassion. These are your true treasures. To be deeply loved brings strength, and to love deeply brings a courage that surpasses any fear. And the path? It's not far off, but hidden in the simplest things we often overlook. Interestingly, we search for answers in complex challenges when they've always been there, in the uncomplicated solutions. Sometimes the most painful endings are just new beginnings in disguise. We need to learn to let go of grudges because where resentment narrows, gratitude expands. With a clear vision, we realize that each pain, each frustration, is a gateway to strength, a silent lesson about what really matters. There's a mysterious beauty in everything around us, but not everyone has the eyes to see it. The path of truth is like an open road, without barriers, but how many really have the courage to walk it? It's easy to stray, to get lost, especially with an almost irresistible temptation to take the seemingly easier route. What do we really need to move forward? In truth, it's about being flexible to stay strong, empty to remain whole, and resilient to stay renewed. Trying to chase 2 rabbits often leaves us with none. And in life, what's more precious than health, contentment, and confidence? Without a genuine connection, one can end up lost in their own mind, trapped in a cycle of restlessness. Staying true to yourself, without comparing or competing, earns a universal respect that few achieve. Remember, if someone tries to deeply offend you, perhaps it's a reflection of their own pain, their own burdens. Facing the world takes courage, but even greater courage lies in facing oneself, finding the strength to live with and embrace truth. True greatness doesn't lie in never falling, but in rising each time it happens. The truly wise focus on what's essential and leave the trivial behind, acting with authenticity, trusting their principles more than external rules. It's easy to worry about what others think, but true worth comes from becoming someone who's worth knowing. When the fear of dying is overcome, the freedom to achieve anything emerges. A superior person doesn't need to boast. Their actions speak for themselves. Those who rush toward results rarely attain them, while those who finish each task with the same dedication as when they began rarely fail. Asking questions may be a risk, but ignorance is a far heavier burden. Many don't realize that the less connected you become, the farther you drift, even from your own desires. Truth is like a sharp blade, and when spoken at the wrong time, it can cause more harm than good. When virtue is lost, all that remains is appearance. and no facade can fill the void left by forgotten values. Only through continuous, determined effort come real achievements. Accepting our limitations is an act of strength, and knowing that we have much to learn and grow from is ultimately a source of power. True friendship is like a shared mind in two bodies, a connection where there's no competition, only mutual support. Being grateful for your place, avoiding pride, and yielding when necessary. These are the ways to find balance and enduring success. Life is a one-way path, defined by the value of time, words, and opportunities. Every passing moment, every spoken word, every chance seized or missed shapes and defines us. When we reflect on all this, we realize that true achievements and the deepest lessons don't come from easy victories or outside comparisons, but from the courage to face our own fears and inner challenges. True strength comes from the ability to rise after each fall, to stay true to who we are, and to respect each stage of our journey.